So all this shit kind of adds up to how relationships can last longer. Because if you know better, you should do better. And if you know better and don't do better, then that's a whole different conversation. But we're not talking about that right now. But like I said, I recommend the book, and I recommend you learn what your love language is and what your partner's love language is. That way, when you're trying to say, okay, I do all this, I do all that, I buy her gifts, and I take her on trips and stuff like that, but it just seems like nothing is ever okay or satisfactory, or it's just like a okay, thank you, I like that stuff, but it ain't what it is, or whatever. And that's probably because gifts and monetary things don't mean nothing to your partner, and you might be lacking in you might be lacking in the things that she is needing from you, and that is not monetary for her. So you showing her that you have money or that you can buy her things don't mean nothing, but you're not actually holding a conversation with her, or being genuinely interested in how her day has went. Or it could be you don't touch her enough. Like, it could be something as simple as that, and no matter how much you buy her, it's never going to be enough, because that's not what she's needing from you. Vice versa for men too, because women don't know every fucking thing either, and men have their way of how they think somebody should love them as well, and I don't think we talk about that enough. And it goes back to communication. Like, what do you like? What do you want? How can I show you that I love you in a way that you would appreciate it? Because if you don't, you really just gonna be exerting a whole lot of effort that you're gonna feel like all this effort you putting in is going unnoticed or unappreciated. And it's not that it's unnoticed or unappreciated, it's just that's just not how I want to be loved, and that doesn't move me. And I know, y'all, like, that's a lot of work to try to be in a relationship, but no. The question is love enough? Love is never enough. I love people all day, but effort and commitment and time and communication and trust, like, you have to build that shit. You have to work for that shit. And again, if you plan on being with somebody, then you want to know all the ins and outs and ways to make them happy. And if they're not happy, what you as their partner can do to, like, ease that unhappiness or change their mood or whatever the case may be.